All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for this Tools of Perseverance series. I am Dr. Jessica Wright, and I am so excited to be able to bring you the perspectives of the staff on my team for the Office of Academic Development. We have been hearing from each of our staff about how they're getting through these times. And today we get to hear from Dr. Sarah Atala, who works with us to help do research. How are you today, Sarah?
I'm very good. Thank you, Dr. Jess.
So tell me about what was your topic for this Tools for Perseverance?
So, my topic is meditation. I think it's so appropriate for these extra anxiety days with COVID 19, and I hope it will be helpful for everyone listening to us today.
Most definitely. I can't wait.
Thank you. Okay, so let's start. So, if you're feeling extra anxiety these days due to COVID 19, and you're not alone. This pandemic has us all facing more stress and uncertainty than usual. It also has many of us asking, how do we keep from spiraling into full-blown panic? So as I try to navigate my anxiety, there's one quote I've been trying to keep at the forefront of my mind. Meditation is the tongue of the soul and the language of our spirit, by Jeremy Taylor. Jeremy Taylor was an author in the Church of England in the 1600s, for your information. Next slide, please. So I'll start by defining meditation. What is it, and what are the different types of meditation? Then I'll be speaking about the benefits, and at the end, everyone can share their own meditation techniques that they use at home in the chat box. Meditation is self-regulation practices that aim to bring mental processes under voluntary control through focusing attention and awareness. It basically emphasizes components of relaxation, concentration, and an altered state of awareness. Recently, the University of Alberta in Canada identified 5 categories of meditation practices, with the first one being mantra concentration meditation. This type aims at single-pointed focus on some sound, image, or sensation to still the mind and achieve greater awareness. This type includes the famous TM, if you know it, which is transcendental meditation. Secondly is mindful meditation. It involves open up or becoming more alert to the continuous passing stream of thoughts, images, emotions, and sensations without identifying oneself with them. It helps being calm and having a peaceful state of consciousness. In easier words, mindful meditation is paying attention to our experience in the present moment. It can involve a formal practice like when you sit down, close your eyes, and focus on feeling your breath go in and out. But you can also practice mindful meditation while you read the news or shop for groceries. The third type is the one we all know about, yoga, which incorporates various techniques like body postures, breath control, and meditation, of course. The fourth is Tai Chi, which is a Chinese martial art that incorporates slow rhythmic movements that emphasize force and complete relaxation. The fifth and last type is Qi Gong. This is an ancient Chinese practice that combines breathing patterns with various physical postures, bodily movements, and meditation. So research has shown that meditation has significant psychological, physiological, and therapeutic effects. Some physiological effects are in improvements in cardiovascular disease, chronic pain, and dermatological disorders. Heart rate studies have indicated that heart rate slows down during quiet meditation. Also, meditation can lower blood pressure for the people who are normal or moderately hypertensive. Many studies have shown that during meditation, oxygen consumption is reduced, sometimes up to 50%, while carbon dioxide elimination is reduced as well. Studies of the brain indicates that during meditation, alpha activity increases significantly. Alpha waves are slow and high brain waves with frequency ranging from 8 to 13 cycles per second. Alpha activity is generally an indicator of deep, relaxed state of mind. Psychological effects of meditation include effective intervention for anxiety, panic disorder, substance abuse, prevention of relapse, or major depressive disorder. Meditation practitioners reported to have positive impact on intelligence, school grades, learning ability, short and long-term memory. A study that compared meditators to non-meditators found that meditators reported significantly higher levels of mindfulness, self-compassion, and overall sense of well-being, and significantly lower level of psychological symptoms, rumination, thought suppression, fear of emotion, and difficulties with emotion regulation compared to non-meditators. So, in summary, or in my opinion, meditation during these difficult times is anything that helps everyone take a moment to slow down, stay present, and come together. Designating time to practice mindful activities as a family will help everyone feel less anxious. It could be a daily family yoga session or a quiet walk in your neighborhood. Taking time to focus on the way the air feels, for example, the sound of birds and the smell of the trees. Another good idea is asking everyone in your family to mention one good thing they heard or saw the day over dinner, for example. Next slide, please. So for people who don't have experience meditating, but who are looking for a way to avoid the panic, can you suggest one or two simple meditation practices that would be useful for our current situation in the chat box? Thank you for listening.
This is perfect, Sarah. Thank you, Dr. Atala, so much. I think I completely agree with you in that. The idea, we know that mindfulness practice or another form of meditation are supposed to be good for us, but in general, in our regular life, we have seen them as sort of optional or extra unless we've already integrated them into our world. And I think a lot of us are realizing more and more that these types of practices are really essential to persevering through this time, to the idea of resilience, to the idea of making it through this chronic stress, is to have a practice like this. So I really appreciate you sharing this with us, and I can't wait to hear what everyone's suggestion is in the chat box on how do you guys think, how will you move forward in starting a practice of mindfulness or another form of meditation?